Hey guys, it's Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, and I promised that I would do a teaching video today on tarot. This is from the booklet that I give away when you subscribe to my newsletter, and I just thought I'd talk about it a little bit. If you want to subscribe to my newsletter, head over to tarotbyarwen.com, look on the right side, and it'll say free tarot book or intuitive tarot, and you can subscribe there. I send out a weekly newsletter. Basically, it's a link to my tarot scopes and see if I found any interesting things that I wanted to share with you. Sometimes I share recipes and things like that. So we're going to talk today about how to read tarot intuitively. This is how I teach tarot. It's how I get people to learn tarot. One thing I do is I talk about get rid of the book. I don't actually mean get rid of the book. I mean put it aside for now. You're going to use it in this learning, but you're not going to use it right away. There are three parts, the morning tarot, the day, and then the evening tarot lesson. So it's morning lesson, day, evening lesson. And I'll separate the sections out with morning, day, evening, just so you can stop and do the stuff if you want. Me, I like to read the whole thing. I want to know all the instructions before I start something so that I've got an idea. And what I'm going to be doing is just kind of demonstrating how I do this. And I'm using the Cat's Eye Tarot. It's an adorable little deck. I really like it. It reads very well, actually. I was kind of surprised at how well it read. Another one of those decks that my little ego gets in the way of what a fabulous deck it is. It's a US Games product, and I love their stuff. So it's easy to love this deck. But I already did a video on it. I'll link to the video in this video. Blah. Learning to use YouTube still, y'all. So, your morning tarot lesson begins now. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm pretending it's morning. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to have your deck beside your bed and pencil and your journal. Your tarot journal doesn't have to be crazy fancy. It can be a spiral-bound notebook at this point. So at some point, you may want to transfer your information over to something that's a little more fancy, but don't get hooked up in the whole, I must have the most beautiful journal in the world. 50-cent spiral notebook from the supermarket during school season works, and a ballpoint pen. Okay, you don't need to get all crazy about it. When you wake up in the morning, I want you to shuffle the deck. Now, I shuffle in a particular way. When I shuffle the deck, I do this kind of shuffle, right? Not normally, I can sometimes do this kind of shuffle. Let's see if I can do it without a surface. Oh, I can't. I'm going to shoot the cards everywhere. You'll have to let this sound. Okay, so I call it a poker shuffle or a poker shuffle. And you'll notice I don't cut my bloopers out because I am full of bloopers. I'd be cutting the video every 3 seconds. Shuffle the deck. Shuffle till you feel comfortable. And then I want you to hold the deck in your hand, place your palm on it. Now, the way I do it is I put my receiving hand and my sending hand. You'll note I don't say left or right because the hand you normally write with, the hand that you would sign a contract with, receiving hand. I'm right-handed, that's my sending hand. See, bloopers. My receiving hand is the hand I don't write with, and that's my left hand. So receiving, sending. And you can do anything. I don't actually do this a lot, to be honest with you, but make it personal. And what you want to say is, I need the universe to show me the way. Give me a card for this day. Super simple. Rhyming, because in my tradition, rhyming cantrips are better. So I ask the universe to show me the way. Give me a card for this day. And you'll notice I may have already changed it up because I didn't write it down. Then I want you to cut the cards. Cutting the cards is important in the way I do it. Put the cards down, take your receiving hand, not your writing hand, and cut the cards into 3 stacks towards your writing hand. So you actually cut once, twice, but you have 3 stacks. And then you're going to pick them up. Let me see, 3 stacks. And then you're going to restack them so the last stack is the top before I drop them. Then pull the top card. Mine is the 6 of Cups. And I'm not going to look at the book. Now, y'all know that I already know what the card means. I've been doing this since 1980, 1981. I've got a pretty ingrained knowledge of which tarot card is which. But on this one, what I'm going to do for this method is I'm just going to look at this. And I'm going to say, I see 2 little cats. One has his arm over the other. One actually looks a little bit older. There are pink flowers and white flowers and grass. And the one little cat looks a little startled. He looks like he's watching something kind of protectively. That's what keys into me on this, okay? That's what I see. I'm going to write down what I see. That's what I'm writing down on my journal. I'm just writing down 6 of Cups, 2 cats, one's black and white, one's black, flowers, just writing. I'm just writing a description. Then I'm going to put the card down on top of my deck. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go about my day. That is the morning lesson. You'll notice we didn't look at the book. We didn't try to interpret anything. We just wrote down a description. If you want to write down what it makes you feel, it makes me happy, it makes me sad, it makes me whatever, feel free to jot that down. But this is no more than 5 or 10 minutes, y'all. It's a quick little thing. Now, let's start the day lesson. The day lesson is simple. Live. Do your day. Go about whatever you're doing. Be observant. Use your eyes, use your ears, your nose, everything, your taste, communication with people. And pay attention. Just pay attention. You can jot down notes if you want. I don't normally. But this is about you observing your day with intention. That's important. Okay, now we're going to move into the evening lesson. I told you this was quick and short. I meant it. Your evening lesson consists of this. Pick your journal up. Write about your day. Take 2-3 minutes, even 5 minutes. Just write about your day. I saw Fred. Jennifer was a jerk. Julie loves me. Whatever. You know, I saw a pink dress I liked. Anything. Just jot down what happened during the day. Now, go back and look at your card. For me, it was the 6 of Cups. And I'm going to say, well, my good friend Kay called me. And Kay and I have that kind of protective relationship of each other, you know, so one of us protects the other. And we're very close. And Kay and I have been friends, well, since before I was reading tarot. High school. We're going on 45 years, I think. 43? I don't know. It's been a long time. Love you, KK. But I'm going to write that down. Then, and only then, I'm going to go to the book, the little white book. And I'm going to look up the 6 of Cups. And I'm going to read keywords: goodwill, innocence, and childhood. These kittens are just babies. Mom is probably not too far away. They're making their first explorations of the world. In a reading, the 6 of Cups will often make you smile. If you become too cynical, perhaps you need this reminder that random acts of kindness are also a part of life. So, and it says, take comfort in your memories of a simpler time, but do not dwell on the past. So, when I come to this card in a reading down the road, after, you know, and write down what makes sense to you out of the little white book in your journal entry about this card. And you should have, you know, maybe a page, 2 pages, even 3 if you're like me and write fast and sloppy. When you come to this card in a reading, when you're doing this for other people, you're going to go, oh yeah, that's the card I got on the day when I hooked up with an old friend. That's the old friend card. and it keys into your intuition, okay? Now, one caveat about this method. My symbols are not your symbols, okay? I'll give you an example that I use a lot. A dear friend of mine was bitten by a dog, you can tell I'm from the South. She was bit by a dog. Oh, a song. Granny, does your dog bite? No, child, no. Little Charlie Daniels for you. But she is afraid of dogs. She's terrified of them. So when she sees a dog in a card, it's not a symbol of loyalty and protection and love like it is for me. It's a scare card for her. So don't make the assumption that symbols mean the same thing to everybody. Crosses, to some people, they mean life and resurrection. To other people, they mean death. To other people, they mean oppressive religion. So be gentle with how you slam your symbols on people. But I use this method when I'm learning a new card, a new deck. So I like to do it on, 5-10 cards just to see if I can key into these cards. But when you're learning a deck, I highly recommend doing this for 3 months, 90 days. It'll give you a chance to go through depending on how you pull, that's more than 78 cards, right? But sometimes you pull the same card. Another note, when you pull the same card over and over and over again, it's because you're missing the lesson, okay? Or you're avoiding it, or you're denying it. Something's going on, but sugar, pay attention, because you are the one that needs to sit up and take some notice about that. So, this was my brief video, well, brief-ish, Aussie Queer, I hear you, about how I read tarot intuitively. Again, you can get the booklet with all the written words and a little bit on tarot journaling at tarotbyarwen.com. And I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen. Seek joy, y'all. Pass it on. Clicker's not